Greetings, YouTube. I recently found myself in a conversation with someone here on my channel. I think it might be one of my subscribers, I forget. And he tells me a story. In fact, it wasn't my subscriber. He tells me a story about someone he knows that's in a relationship, and the relationship isn't all that stable at the moment. And he mentions that the person is staying in this relationship because they feel pity for the other person. And I told him that person needs to leave that relationship immediately. Because pity is not something you want to be feeling for someone who you're in a relationship with. Which got me pondering it a bit, and I told the story to my wife, and she has an opinion, you shouldn't feel pity for anyone. And I concurred, and we talked a little more, and then it occurred to me that pity only comes from a position of judgment. If someone is an equal, you feel empathy, sympathy, or compassion for them. You don't feel pity. Because they're your equal. But if you consider yourself superior to someone else, or them inferior to you, depending how you want to look at it or word it, that's when pity comes into effect. That's when you're looking down on someone. Pity is a condescending worldview. Pity is demeaning. Pity is saying, I am better than you, and here's why. It isn't a helpful, constructive emotion or gesture. It isn't an act of kindness, it's an act of cruelty. Pity is about power dynamics in a very unhealthy way. I mean, power dynamics can be healthy. Heck, power dynamics in sex can be healthy if you have safe words. But power dynamics in a relationship like that, where one person is feeling pity for another, that isn't healthy. And the person that finds themselves in that situation probably needs to at least read the Feeling Good Handbook, if not get their self on a phone to a cognitive behavior therapist ASAP. But the more I thought about it, the more I came to realize I simply cannot think of any positive traits of pity. If I think of someone as an equal, and I make it a concerted effort to think of everyone as my equal, I feel empathy, sympathy, and compassion for them. I can't think of anyone that I can think of as my superior. I'm sure, because I'm a fallible human, there are people I think about as being inferior to me. And that is something that I try to eliminate as I discover them. But I also make a really strong effort to not feel pity for anyone. Even someone I don't like. Especially people I don't like. I try to figure out why I don't like them. Try to figure out how much of it is me, how much of it is them. And then I make an effort to extend sympathy, empathy, and compassion towards them. Sometimes I even add them to the list of the people I pray for, so that I have a constant reminder to extend compassion towards them, to pull them into my sphere of life and understand that they are my equals. It isn't always easy, but it's a darn sight healthier than feeling pity for someone.